Hi, I'm John Riley, here with Paul Francis from the Zildjian Company. And Paul, can you tell us about the different parts of the cymbal?
Sure. Let me take this off the stand. So we have this really nice 22-inch K Constantinople ride cymbal, and I believe this is a bounce ride. Could be a bounce. Looks like it. Looks like maybe it was a prototype. But so, you know, we have one piece of metal, and everything has to work in conjunction with each other. Okay, so we have a bell that's wide here in this K Constantinople, but it's kind of low, and then we have this really nice curvature here from the base of the bell to about 2 inches from the edge, and then it kind of goes straight. Fantastic. What we call random hammering, or just hammer marks everywhere. In the lathing, it's kind of tight. We will call this like a tighter lathing. It's not quite like an A Zildjian lathing with wider, deep tonal grooves, but it's not as tight as an A custom. And what this does here for this type of cymbal is it gives it a little bit more give and flex to the metal. If we go back to the bell, if we had a taller bell, it would favor more high frequencies. So this one's a little bit lower because we're making kind of a K, and this really represents kind of a summary of the bells that would have been used over the course of time over in Turkey. The random hammering, as we were just saying, helps kind of dirty up and funk up the sound. And I'm just going to flip the cymbal over. And if we can look, there's some extra hammering that we did after the fact, with little clusters, and we do cluster hammering in several different models. It actually started with the K symphonic cymbals when we started that. And what that does, if I can hold the cymbal up like this, is that it interrupts the curvature from the base of the bell to the edge, and instead of having just a pristine, clean sound, it kind of dirties it up. Can I borrow your stick for a second? So it helps give it a little bit of a growl. I was going to spin it on my finger so you can see the high and low spots, but that might not translate to the camera. So we're really trying to put in a little bit of inconsistency so you get a more authentic kind of K-style sound. So that's the parts of the cymbal, and they all have to work in conjunction. Like the bell, if we were to cut the bell out on its own, it wouldn't sound like the bell does now, because when you hit the bell, you're actually activating the entire piece of metal. So
the bell is the highest pitch part of the cymbal.
Yes.
It's got a pretty pure sound.
Mm-hmm.
And then as we work our way down the cymbal, we get to this zone, which I would consider the main playing zone. When I'm here, I hear a little bit more of the bell than I'd like. When I get down here, balance between high and low overtones is more pleasing to me. And as I get out to the edge, the sound gets muddier with more low overtones. So depending on your stick and your touch, you can bring out these different colors. And as Paul said, because of the lathing and the shape of the bell and the whole combination, the cymbal has a certain characteristic, which in the case of what I like this ticky, woody stick sound, and then kind of the flowering of all the overtones, and the ability to get a kind of gentle, bigger crash sound with the shoulder of the stick without too much effort.
That's why this curvature is like that. We have the area where you call the main playing area or the ride area, and then it's straight here, and that allows for that crash sound. So if you had a higher curvature sound, curvature in the metal, the crash sound wouldn't be as what I call smooth when you give a gentle shoulder.
And it would decay faster?
Yep.
Yeah, like in the dry complex cymbal, which has a higher shape.
Yes, yep.
The crash is faster than in a cymbal like this.
Correct. Yep.
Right. Yeah, well, that's the story. And every little component has a different effect on the overall sound of the cymbal.